Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, as we gear up for what promises to be an intense NFL season, the focus for the Cleveland Browns is as much on their defense as it is on their high-powered offense. We all know how much this team has invested in improving their roster, especially on the defensive side, which has been a cornerstone for their recent success. But right now, the headlines are dominated by a developing situation that could shake the foundation of their entire season. And it's all about the health of their secondary, particularly the cornerback position. It's a story that every Browns fan needs to pay close attention to because the implications are huge. Let's start by talking about Martin Emerson Jr., who has been a key figure in the Browns secondary. Emerson, a young and promising cornerback, has already shown flashes of brilliance and has earned the trust of the coaching staff. His versatility and ball skills make him a valuable asset, especially in a division that features high-caliber quarterbacks and explosive offenses. But early in camp, Emerson faced a setback, a non-contact Achilles injury that has already dealt a significant blow to Cleveland's defensive plans. Now, Achilles injuries are notoriously tricky. They can sideline players for a long time or affect their performance even after they return. It's a tough break for Emerson and for the Browns, who were counting on his development to bolster their cornerback group. However, to compensate for that loss, Cleveland was relying heavily on veteran Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome. These two have been the backbone of the Browns secondary, with Ward especially emerging as one of the NFL's top shutdown corners. Ward, an Ohio State product, had an outstanding 2024 season, arguably his best yet. He started every game, showcased his elite coverage skills, and earned his fourth Pro Bowl selection. Ward's ability to lock down top receivers has been crucial for the Browns, especially given the aggressive scheme designed by defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. Schwartz's scheme is built around relentless pressure and disguising blitzes, knowing that if the pass rush gets home, the coverage can hold up behind it. That's the ideal scenario, and Ward's presence has been central to making that work. But just as the Browns seem to be in a good position with Ward and Newsome anchoring the unit, another blow struck, and it came during practice. Mary Kay Cabot, a trusted voice in Browns reporting, delivered some concerning news. She reported that Denzel Ward suffered an injury during a one-on-one drill, injuring his right shoulder and needing to go inside for evaluation. The team has not released an official update yet, which only adds to the anxiety among fans and analysts alike. The timing couldn't be worse because if Ward is forced to miss games, even for a short period, the Browns' secondary could be put to the test in ways they haven't faced before. This situation is especially critical for Cleveland because the AFC North is a brutal division. You have teams like the Cincinnati Bengals, Baltimore Ravens, and Pittsburgh Steelers, all equipped with dynamic quarterbacks and potent offenses. In this division, every game is a battle, and having a reliable secondary is essential. Ward's ability to shut down top receivers and provide leadership in the secondary has been a vital part of Cleveland's defensive identity. Without him, the Browns could be vulnerable, especially since their depth at cornerback isn't as proven as they would like. Cleveland's secondary has been built around Ward and Newsome, with Cameron Mitchell filling in as the nickel corner. Mitchell has shown promise, but he's still developing, and the Browns don't have a lot of proven options behind their starters. The team did make some moves in the offseason to address depth, but none of those additions have yet to establish themselves as dependable for extended stretches. This creates a real dilemma for the coaching staff, because the scheme that Jim Schwartz employs relies heavily on disciplined, aggressive coverage backed by a pass rush that can pressure quarterbacks and force hurried throws. Without consistent, reliable cornerback play, executing that scheme becomes nearly impossible. The Browns see their defense as a potential game changer, a unit that can carry them through tough spots in games when the offense might struggle. That's the identity Cleveland has been building: a tough, aggressive, ball-hawking defense that can dominate the line of scrimmage and lock down receivers. But this injury situation threatens that entire philosophy before the season even begins. If Ward isn't 100%, or if he's sidelined for any significant period, the entire defensive approach could be compromised. What makes this even more critical is the fact that Ward just finished a season where he was arguably at his peak. He led the NFL with 19 pass breakups, a clear sign of his knack for disrupting plays and making life difficult for quarterbacks. He also added 2 interceptions, showcasing his ball-hawking skills. This level of performance is exactly what the Browns need from their corner if they want to contend seriously in the AFC. Losing him would be a massive blow, not just in terms of talent, but also leadership and experience. For Cleveland, the focus now shifts to how they will adapt if Ward has to miss time. Will someone like Greg Newsome step up and fill the void, or will the team have to lean more on Cameron Mitchell and hope that their depth players can step into the breach? It's a scenario that's still unfolding, but one thing is clear: the Browns' defense, which has been one of their strongest units in recent years, is facing a pivotal moment early in the season. This situation also underscores the importance of health in the NFL. No matter how talented your roster, if key players are sidelined, it can derail your entire season. Browns fans have seen this happen before. Injuries at critical positions can turn promising seasons into struggles. That's why the team's medical staff and coaching staff are working tirelessly behind the scenes to get Ward back to full health as soon as possible. In the broader context of the NFL, this development reminds us of how fragile even the best defenses can be when star players go down. It also highlights the importance of depth and roster management. Cleveland has invested in their secondary, but the real test will be how they respond to this adversity. Can they keep their defensive scheme intact? Will other players step up and rise to the occasion? Those are questions every Browns fan is asking right now. Looking ahead, the next few weeks will be crucial. The team's medical updates, practice reports, and the coaching staff's adjustments will determine how well Cleveland can navigate this challenge. The AFC North is no stranger to physical, gritty football, and every matchup will now carry even more weight. The Browns' ability to adapt and overcome this injury crisis could define their season, and it's a storyline that will be watched closely by fans, analysts, and opponents alike. In the end, the Cleveland Browns are a team built around resilience and determination. They've shown in the past that they can overcome obstacles, and this season might be no different. But one thing is for sure: if Denzel Ward's injury turns out to be more serious than initially expected, it could force the Browns to rethink their defensive strategies and possibly change their approach for the entire season. This is what makes football so unpredictable and exciting. Every injury, every tweak in the roster can shift the balance of power in the NFL landscape. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with your friends, and let's keep this passionate Browns family growing. We're in this together, and no matter what, the fight for that Super Bowl ring continues. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Browns.